They say history is written by the survivors. But what about the cities that didn't survive? The kingdoms swallowed by sea, sand, or silence? Beneath Europe's fields, under calm seas, and hidden in forgotten valleys, lie the ghosts of entire civilizations. Stone by stone, they once rose, full of laughter, trade, faith, and fire, and then vanished, almost overnight. These are the lost medieval cities and kingdoms, places so advanced, so alive, that their disappearance still defies explanation. 1. The sunken city of Rungholt, the Atlantis of the North. Our story begins off the stormy coast of northern Germany, where the wind howls like it's whispering names long forgotten. In the 1300s, Rungholt was a thriving trading port in the North Sea. Rich merchants, bustling markets, ships heavy with wool and salt, a place so wealthy it was called the Venice of the North. But wealth bred arrogance. Legends say the people of Rungholt mocked God himself, drunken songs echoing through cathedrals, animals led into churches as jokes. And then came the Night of Judgment. January 1362, a massive storm surge struck with the force of an earthquake. Waves as high as houses smashed through the dikes, swallowing the entire city in hours. When the sea finally calmed, Rungholt was gone. Only bells could be heard ringing beneath the waves. Today, divers still find wooden beams and pottery buried in the seabed, proof that this wasn't just a legend. The North Sea simply took it back. But Rungholt was only the beginning. 2. Venice, the city that sunk twice. Farther east off the Baltic coast, another legend tells of Venice, a dazzling medieval city said to rival Constantinople. Traders from across Europe sailed there for its gold markets and tall stone towers. It was described as a city of wonders, so rich its streets glittered with coins dropped from overflowing purses. But greed comes with a price. Chroniclers claim Venice angered the heavens with its vanity. A great wave rose from the sea, and Venice was drowned beneath it. Centuries later, sailors swore they could still hear church bells echoing from beneath the waves on quiet nights. Some even claimed to see glowing lights flicker beneath the water, as if the city still lived on, in another world. Modern archaeologists have found sunken ruins near the German coast that could match Venice's location, but no one knows for sure. It remains half legend, half truth, a city that refused to stay dead. 3. Ani, the city of 1001 churches. Now we travel inland to the rugged borderlands between Turkey and Armenia, where grass grows over the bones of a medieval empire. Here lies Ani, once called the city of 1001 churches. In the 10th century, Ani was a crown jewel, capital of a powerful Armenian kingdom. It had stone bridges, royal palaces, libraries, and towering cathedrals that rivaled anything in medieval Europe. Travelers from afar described it as breathtaking, a city carved from fire-colored stone, glowing at sunset like gold. But in 1064, the Seljuk Turks invaded, earthquakes followed, trade routes shifted. By the 1300s, the great city of Ani was abandoned, its towers silent, its streets reclaimed by wind and grass. Today, it stands eerily preserved, a ghost city frozen in time, where every crumbling arch tells a story of devotion, ambition, and loss. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the echo of bells that once rang across its valleys. 4. Dunwich, England's medieval Atlantis. In medieval England, there was once a port to rival London, a place of wealth, trade, and power. Its name was Dunwich. During the 11th and 12th centuries, Dunwich was the heart of East Anglia's coast. Its harbor teemed with ships. It had 8 churches, busy markets, and thousands of residents. But nature had other plans. A series of massive storms between the 1200s and 1400s caused the sea to devour the cliffs, swallowing the harbor, the churches, and entire streets. By the 1600s, half of Dunwich was underwater. By the 1800s, almost all of it. Divers today have mapped the drowned ruins, foundations, doorways, and even gravestones still visible beneath the waves. Standing on the modern coastline, you can still see the last fragments of the old city crumbling into the sea, a haunting reminder of how fragile civilization can be. 5. Cahokia, the lost kingdom of North America. But not all lost kingdoms sank beneath the ocean. Some vanished beneath time itself. Across the Atlantic, near modern-day St. Louis, USA, lies the remains of Cahokia, a vast medieval city built by the Mississippian civilization. 1,000 years ago, it was larger than London, home to more than 20,000 people. They built massive pyramidal mounds, aligned to the stars, traded copper and shells across thousands of miles, and governed through a complex social structure. Then, around the 13th century, it collapsed. No invasion, no war, no clear disaster, just disappearance. Some say deforestation and climate change led to famine. Others believe disease or political unrest. Whatever the cause, by the time Europeans arrived, Cahokia was a ghost city, its giant mounds standing as silent tombstones to a forgotten empire. 6. The mystery of lost knowledge. From Rungholt to Ani, from Dunwich to Cahokia, a pattern emerges. Each of these cities once thrived, advanced, connected, filled with art and faith and science, then, suddenly, erased. Were they punished by nature? Victims of climate shifts, earthquakes, pride, or fate? Or are these stories warnings, reminders that even the grandest civilizations can vanish overnight? Modern technology lets us rediscover their bones. Sonar scans revealing drowned streets, drones mapping lost walls, and archaeologists carefully brushing away the dirt of centuries. But no machine can recover their voices, the laughter of their markets, the prayers in their temples, the stories told around their fires. 7. Echoes beneath the earth. Perhaps these lost medieval cities aren't just tales of destruction, but of rebirth. Each ruin, each sunken stone reminds us that history is never really gone. It waits, buried, sleeping, until curiosity brings it back to light. Because the Middle Ages weren't just an age of knights and castles. They were a time of wonder, when cities dreamed bigger than the world could hold. And even now, beneath our feet, their echoes still whisper through the earth, calling us to remember. So next time you walk through an old ruin, listen closely. You might just hear the heartbeat of a lost kingdom, waiting to be found again.